All right, everybody. The last one that I'm going to teach you is my all-time, hands down, #1 favorite hand sign ever. If you ever ask me what my favorite one is, it's going to be this next one. It's called Lotus Flower. And Lotus Flower is my favorite because it reminds us that we can do difficult things. I love to talk about this hand sign because it's scientifically true. And I want to take you through the story of how a lotus flower becomes a lotus flower. So, with this one, I want you to make the world's tiniest seed between your thumb and your pointer finger. Go ahead and try that out. How tiny can you make that seed? Now, obviously your fingers should not touch, right? But make that tiny seed. Now take that seed and plant it onto the floor, imagining that you're planting it at the bottom of swamp water. That's right. A lotus flower seed begins at the bottom of swamp water. Imagine how cold and how dark it must be. Imagine what it would be like to swim in swamp water. All the things that are in that water with us. Whew. This lotus flower seed does not stop there though. Oftentimes seeds don't grow in a dark and cold place. We know that. But this seed does. And it starts to grow toward the sun, toward the top of the water. It grows toward the warmth. It moves through all the stuff we imagined we were swimming in. It knows that it has to keep trying and it has to keep thriving. It has to keep striving. It knows that it might have to start over. It might have to stop and try again, but it keeps going. And it gets to the top of the water and then it blooms. Now you may recognize this shape in our hands from our flower breath, and you are right. This is the hand sign that we used for our flower breath as well. It is a lotus flower, and again, it reminds us that we can do difficult things. Another cool, scientifically true thing about a lotus flower seed is it doesn't just take this journey and this path once. It does it every single day. I love this hand sign. So bringing this hand sign in front of your heart, find that tall spine, that smart back. And again, I'm going to close my eyes for this one. And we're just going to focus on our breath. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Take another breath in. And out. I always like to come back to this hand sign whenever I feel I have a challenge in front of me and I'm not sure if I can do it. I come back to this and I use my lotus flower hand sign to remind myself I can do difficult things, just like that little seed. These hand signs help us to move through those moments. Remember, they aren't going to take these feelings away, but they are going to help us to move through them and to help us make a choice.